What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone is doing well. I got the Gen 9 on the bench and I'm going to be discussing it. So let's just jump right into it. Truck looked really good. Decided to pick one up. Looks way better in person. I made a little overview video, showed you some of the new stuff that was on it. Well, I did get out, got a chance to get it on the rocks and do some testing. I was actually really surprised at how well it did in stock form. I put it up against my buddy's Land Cruiser rather, hard body TRX4 base build. So, you know, the TRX4 platform is very capable, but he had a lot of different tweaks on it to get that body to kind of look scale. Had small tires, and it was a really well performing truck. And this did everything that that truck could do with stock tires, except like a few lines. So I was really surprised at how well it did. But if you know me, I never really keep anything stock. So that was never the intention with this truck. But if you're worried about stock performance, it's pretty decent if you just want to get it and drive it out of the box and have some fun. But like I said, I don't leave things stock for very long. So I'm just going to kind of take you through, show you all the mods that I did so far to get this truck to look a little bit more scale and hopefully start performing a little bit better. So we'll just start on the outside with all the cosmetic stuff that I kind of did so far. I added this topper here. It's just a soft top. It is off of the Gen 8. What I did is I just had to add a piece of Velcro so it's more closer to here, and then I just trimmed it to fit around the roll bar, and I glued the new Velcro. Once I curled that and saw where I needed it to get it snug, I glued the strip of Velcro on the inside, and now I just turn that in and Velcro it up a little bit closer. And then on the windshield side, all I did was slide it in there. It slid in perfect. It looks pretty factory, and it just kind of adds a little bit more of a scale look. I'm not out on the trails, and maybe if I want to, I could roll it up or something and get some scale bungees. But I don't know, I kind of like that look, and I'm probably gonna leave it like that for now. Up front, I went ahead, I added this winch bumper. I forget who makes this, but I've had it for a while. It was actually in the Gen 8, and it looked like it would fit in here. The chassis is all the same, so the dimensions of it, it's all like on a big box piece that slides into your frame here. So I had the scale winch, so I had to kind of do that. Like I just love winches. They're so cool. I did go ahead. I had an issue with the stock radio. When I would turn it on, it connected the truck. Everything was good, but I counted every 7 seconds it would beep, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. I could have reached out to Redcat, I guess, and maybe got a new radio or whatever. But what I did is I tried to rebind it. Still did that. I didn't really feel like dealing with it, so I was already stealing stuff out of the Gen 8, so I went ahead, took the GT5. I really like this radio, and I hooked it up. So I got the winch on this channel, which is nice, the way the switch works. And I like having a winch, adds that scale look. So got the winch on there, it's doing good, looks great, and obviously these wheels are really popping it. These are RC four-wheel drive, 10-hole aluminum wheels. They just look super time period correct, or I believe I got them for like 113 bucks. The only downside is, I'll show you, is it comes with the little tool for the scale hardware. You might want to pick a couple of those up if you get any of these RC four-wheel drives that use that scale hardware. The little pieces on it are super tiny. I broke them. I got two, and one of them is bent left. So these nuts are on there until those show up in the mail. That's kind of the only thing I don't like about it, but there's no denying it. Just, I mean, look at that. Just look at how nice those look. So that really just sets the look off. And if you're kind of noticing the stance here, I'm trying to get the front to be just a little bit lower and get the suspension really dialed in. Right now, I'm liking it. If you're wondering why it looks low, that's with these Class 1 tires. What I went ahead and did is, from the factory, it comes with 97 millimeter long shocks. I went ahead and I installed some Element RC shocks, which are really nice. And originally they were way too soft. I was just gonna bottom out with I got the all-in-one motor. It's kind of heavy. and then this big heavy bumper and winch on there. So I was playing around. I went ahead, I swapped out the springs. So what I did is I went up to 70 weight oil, but I went to a really soft spring, which I was trying to go lighter oil, stiffer spring, but all the hobby shop had was softer springs. I didn't know that. They were like $6. So I said, just give me all those. Lo and behold, I took the gray springs out. That's the color of the spring, is the gray. It's painted gray on it. And those are actually the stiffer than the two that I picked up. Not sure if there's anything stiffer. I'll have to go online and then maybe I can swap back. But one of the design things that I dislike on this Redcat is that the way the shocks are, you have to take the wheel off and take the C-hub off to get to the little set pin that holds it through the shock mount. So it's kind of extra steps over some other trucks. Not a big deal, but it makes the front shocks not as easy to swap out. But whatever, it is what it is. But that's what I got going on there. And I mean, right now it sits pretty good. And I got it lower enough that the Class 1 wheels don't look too goofy on it. Sometimes I hate that body gap. I was actually really surprised at how good it looked, and I'm really digging it. I did mention that heavy all-in-one motor, so I did go ahead, swapped in the 2300 kV Hobbywing Fusion all-in-one. It's my first time using it, and I absolutely love it. I took it out. I've been testing it with the 2-speed in this truck. Oh my God, it's really set up. You got your power switch. I went ahead and mounted it up here where the ESC was. I was able to mount my little winch controller. I don't have that big ESC over there. Not that it was a big deal, but it's nice. You just got the one wire. You plug that right into your receiver. It's just so simple, and the advancement with the technology, it's just got so much power. I mean, it's really all you need for a rig like this, and you just plug it in. There's no other wires, nothing to do. I really seem to like that, and I think this might be my new little go-to setup for these kind of builds. And along with that motor, I did swap out the servo. So I went to a Raw 500 from Reefs I had sitting around. It's a limited edition Operation 11 Charlie. It's tucked in there, so it shouldn't get beat up or anything because I don't really want to destroy it. But it's an expensive servo, and that's like one of my favorites. So the colors kind of went along with this build, so I decided to swap it in there. But there she is. The truck is sitting good. I haven't got it out on the rocks to test it and see how it performs, but it's looking better. I did forget to mention, I did go ahead, I added in my UF7 light controller here. It runs off of one channel. I plug this in and I can control it depending upon what mode it's in. I just like it so I can turn the lights on and off so they're not on all the time. It's a little tricky. I did go ahead, I ordered a couple other things. That's what's nice about this UF7 is you can plug other lights in. So this is able to take rock lights. So all I got to do is just plug them in and they'll be good to go. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to control the lights and the winch together because this is a 6-channel, but it's only got I got one on the 2-speed and then this, and I'm not sure, this isn't don't believe this is a button I can use. This says STDR, steering direction. I'm not sure what that is. And then these are just knobs, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to have everything, but I can choose. All I gotta do is swap. It's one thing I do like actually with the Redcat is the way the box is. It plugs into the receiver, comes underneath the box, and then the wires are right out here. So if you wanna switch things, all you gotta do is just unplug it. So I could even take out the 2-speed. Oh no, the 2-speed doesn't have a setup like that. But I could swap between 2-speed and lights really easy if I wanted. But I'll just get a 7-channel radio. That's kind of my plan to remedy that. But there you have it. Truck is looking good. Like I said, I'm going to get it out and see how the new mods perform. But if you're looking for something, like this, you can achieve it. It's, not super modded. Just motor, ESC, and then you start going from there. Wheels and tires, you're doing to like any of your rigs if you're looking for better performance. But just a simple build, nothing crazy, and it looks really good. It's just a simple trail truck. I'm digging it, and I look forward to driving it more. So yeah, that's gonna be it. I'm kind of just rambling about it now, but just kind of wanted to share this, show you guys what I got going on here, and yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Peace.